Let's take you to this now. The Minister of Transport, Barbara Creecy, is today launching the 365 Days Arrive Alive road safety campaign for the 2025 festive season in the Free State. The province has recorded 23 deaths from vehicle crashes in the last 4 weeks. For more, let's cross to our reporter, Makgala Masiteng, who is in the Free State. Makgala, of course, the Free State has some worrying trends with regards to road fatalities and road vehicle accidents. What's the message that the Minister is driving there this afternoon?
It's true, Oliver. Just yesterday, actually, 11 people were buried. These are the people who lost their lives during an accident on the N8, which claimed the lives of 11 people, rather. But I'm here in Kroonstad, where the Minister of Transport, Barbara Creecy, has just launched Arrive Alive safety campaign. Of course, as we are heading towards the festive season, of course, this they are launching under the theme, It Starts With Me, just to emphasize the significance, Oliver, that it starts with each and every one of us when it comes to road safety. But just to give us more, I'm going to bring in the Minister of Transport, Barbara Creecy. Thank you very much for joining us. You have launched this safety campaign. Just give us a review of what exactly is it about.
Well, as you said, we're launching under the theme, It Starts With Me. And we're doing that because our research shows that 9 out of 10 serious accidents are a result of driver or pedestrian error. And what that means is that we're not obeying the rules of the road, we're running across highways, we are exceeding the speed limit, we're driving under the influence of alcohol. So if we can change our behavior as drivers and as pedestrians, we can get the road death toll in our country down. We've been working very hard this year, and I'm pleased to say that year-to-date statistics indicate that we've managed to reduce the death toll by 700 people. Now, obviously, we are concerned that the death toll is still too high. And so we want to join hands, just as we did at Easter this year, to make sure that we change our behavior, we obey the rules of the road, and we get the road death toll down.
You have talked about the major roads that you'll be focusing mostly on because they are hotspots, and also what mainly contribute to most of the accidents on our roads. Talk to us about that.
Well, of course, what we know is that our national highways, the N1, N2, N3, N4, N8, N14, N12, all of those highways are going to be exceptionally busy. But we also know that there are a whole range of provincial roads that also are very dangerous. Malota Road is one of the infamous roads. The R61 in the Eastern Cape, the R71 in Limpopo, all of these roads contribute regularly to the death toll. So we will have increased law enforcement operations. Once the mass migration out of the urban centres starts, we will be deploying over 800 of our national traffic officers to the provinces that account for 7 out of 10 fatalities. So that is KwaZulu-Natal, the Eastern Cape, the Western Cape, Gauteng and Limpopo. But of course, a province such as the Free State often suffers because drivers are moving through here on their way to other provinces. So we also have to make sure that this province is adequately patrolled. Evenings after dark is one of the worst times in terms of road crashes, particularly on weekends and public holidays. So we've also got to make sure that there is 24/7 law enforcement operations. It doesn't help just to have law enforcement during the day. You've got to have it at night. We've got to have traffic calming measures because we understand that speeding and fatigue are big factors at night.
But you also touched on the issue of pedestrians, who are also contributing much when it comes to this accident.
Well, pedestrians. And this is because pedestrians are often not drivers. So they don't understand when they run across a road that even if a driver can see them, the driver may not be able to stop. Pedestrians also walk on our main roads and our highways at night. They wear dark clothing. They're not visible to drivers. So our message to pedestrians is, first of all, you are not allowed on highways. Secondly, if you want to cross a road, use the designated place for crossing, either at the robot or on the pedestrian bridge. If you're walking at night, don't walk on the road, but make sure that you are wearing light-colored clothing, white clothing, light-colored clothing, not dark-colored clothing, because it's very hard for drivers to see you. And of course, we have an ongoing campaign with doing road safety at school, because very sadly, a lot of pedestrians that lose their lives are children. And children, of course, need to be under adult supervision, and parents need to teach their children the dangers of running across roads.
And then, of course, your plans also goes into the borders, because we know many people will be traveling to various destinations.
Yes, I mean, one of the issues we're concerned about is cross-border traffic. We know that the terrible accident that happened in Limpopo at the beginning of October was not a South African vehicle. That vehicle was not roadworthy. It was also overloaded. I mean, you can see us today. We're working here at a weighbridge. We're making sure that all of these trucks weigh what they're supposed to weigh. So we're doing a lot of work at what we call points of departure, bus ranks, taxi ranks, making sure that those cross-border vehicles are roadworthy, but also making sure that they're not overloaded, because we know that many of those vehicles will be carrying trailers, and as in the case of that terrible bus accident, the overloaded trailer was a major contributory factor.
Thank you very much. That is the Minister of Transport there, Oliver, just talking to us about this launch and what they have planned, of course, to ensure that they improve road safety here in the country. She has already touched on some of the plans, even including our borders, and she also emphasized significantly the issue of one or some of the contributing factors into some of road crashes that are here, that are experienced during the festive season. Of course, looking into the issues of pedestrians, the issues of drivers that are driving fatigued. So those are some of the issues that they will be looking into. Of course, they will be deploying their members across the country to ensure that there is law enforcement visibility on the road. But at the moment, we are at Weighbridge here in Kroonstad. This is some of the checkpoints where they are checking the roadworthiness of some of the trucks, as you can be able to see there behind me. But they have already launched, and of course, this is as all systems go as we go into the festive season, and of course also focusing on main provinces that are also contributing mainly into road crashes. She mentioned KZN, KwaZulu-Natal and Western Cape, amongst others, that of course they will be focusing there, as well as the major roads, the infamous roads that we have seen in the past, that various accidents happen on those roads, Oliver.
Thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate it. And it certainly is quite imperative that we have a road fatality-free December this year, as this month claims a lot of lives on our roads. A little bit later on in the program, we're going to be in conversation with our various editors across our desk. We're going to take a look at what's coming up on the politics desk, as well as the sports and international affairs desk here at the SABC for the week ahead. But importantly, we're going to be speaking to Andrea van Heerden from OUTA on the absence of Collins Litwala, former CEO of the Road Accident Fund, from those SCOPA hearings where he'd been requested to appear at least twice and on both occasions failed to appear before Parliament. Very important conversation that we have coming up for you a little bit later on in the program.